inspiration for me. She's also have her own publishing business. So she is truly out of this world. So I cannot wait for you to introduce me to introduce you to my beautiful guest. My beautiful diamond beauties, remember, and the Tanzanite heroes. Um, right here now. Remember, we are a private group, so please put your name in the front or in the back, and then we can see who is giving us love. On the Tanzanite Heroes, I didn't tag anyone, any gentleman on the group because David is not part of the gentleman's Tanzanite group as yet, but you are also welcome to follow us. And if you love David, please connect with David. And then because I know there's a lot of gentlemen on the Tanzanite Euros that have TV shows and also their own podcasts. And maybe you can invite him to be part of your group, my beautiful gentlemen. And then the ladies on the Diamond Beauties. Ladies, please give us comments. You are always welcome. So I want to say, what does evolution mean for you? How can you take every day a step on inventing yourself, reinventing yourself? How can you make sure that from the inside out, you feel comfortable in any decisions you need to make? So we're going to have an amazing discussion today. I cannot wait for us to do that. Are you ready for us to take 3 deep breaths? Here we go. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one in, exhale. Wonderful. So the breathing brings you in this particular moment. So now you're in the present moment. Please enjoy the show. Also enjoy my beautiful sponsor, Jose Escobar, and then also from a few of the Diamond Beauties that have bestowed on me coffee chats, a coffee, buy me a coffee. Thank you, ladies. And also Becky, she have given me a donation. So I'm truly blessed. Thank you. Here we go. Oh, no video wants to play. You are here. Okay, let me just see if it's going to.
Is Jose Escobar. I live in Washington, D.C. area. I'm a family man. I'm an entrepreneur, coach, author, and speaker. I have communities. I support people. I'm a servant leader, and the list goes on. And I'm primarily the CEO of the Connected Leaders Academy. That's my bread and butter. That's my core offer, right? That's where I put most of my time and energy. And the Connected Leaders Academy is a growing community. It's a tribe of some of the highest level entrepreneurs from all over the world. We're now over 350 plus members, 42 states across the US, and 17 international countries. If you're an entrepreneur out there that's looking to grow personally and professionally, scale your influence, develop your skill sets, move the needle in your business, more money, more clients, right? This is the community for you.
Here is my guest. Here is my guest. I'm so excited. As soon as I click on live and I selected the videos, it keeps on telling me error. And I thought, what is going on? It's the first time I ever see this thing. And then when I want to play our opening video, but my beautiful guest, I promise I will still play our opening guest because your beautiful golden nuggets is part of the opening video. So I'm going to do, so what we're going to do an introduction with all of you and then see if the video is going to play. So my beautiful Becky, can you please introduce yourself to us and tell us what involvement means for you?
Thank you. I'm Becky Norwood. I live in Goodyear, Arizona, which is west of Phoenix. It's a beautiful 76 degrees now. Beautiful day, nice and sunshiny. I work with authors to help them bring their stories to the world in amazing ways. And I feel truly honored. I've worked with actually over 1,000 authors now, and the stories, the work they're bringing to the world has let me know that our world has a lot of amazing people in it. And I think there's more goodness than there is bad. So in evolving, for me, I grew up in a really tough, really abusive household as a child. And it took me a number of years as I grew into adulthood to figure my way in the world. And one of my biggest quotes is, "It's better to walk in the light than to walk in the darkness." And the journey to learning that about myself and how to get there has been pretty amazing.
Amazing. Thank you, Mr. For me, Becky, I want to fall into your footsteps because I also wanted to become an amazing, heart centered, soul diamond publishers. And I'm just going to do publishing for the Diamond Beauties or the Tanzanite Hero. So I admire you. Thank you for helping so many, over 1,000 authors to write their stories. You are truly amazing. Thank you so much. My beautiful Maureen, can you please introduce yourself and tell us what involvement means for you?
Hi, I'm Maury Renee, best-selling author of Making God Number One in Your Business. And I also live in the Phoenix area. I'm in the East Valley. I know, so hi, neighbor. I had no idea. We haven't met, but we should now. I'm in Queen Creek in the
Absolutely.
East Valley of Phoenix, where, yes, it is a balmy 76. And what I have for evolvement as far as from the inside out is the Holy Spirit. That is who guides me in every way that I go. And I have found that the closer I get to him, the more I hear from him and the better life gets.
Wow, amazing! And I can clearly remember when we had a coffee chat. You gave me so many goosebumps. So I want to say thank you so much for all the inspiration that you do give to others. And we're going to talk about your podcast as well. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait to ask you come back around. My beautiful David, you are here. You are here. I'm so happy. David, make a plan to be here. You would have only sent us a video, and he said, Sanet, I made a plan, and I was like, I am so happy David is going to be here. So, David, you have impressed on my heart the way
Uh-huh.
that you are helping the youth, the way that you wanted them to be to look after themselves, to do some old school values, look somebody in the eye, and all your charity work that you are doing for the youth. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Please introduce yourself and tell us what involvement means for you.
Um, okay, I'm a business coach, an author, and facilitator as well. And I'm based in cloudy, blustery Toronto, where it's a balmy high of about 34 degrees right now. And I see some snow flurries in the air outside my backyard here. So, you Phoenix people, just rub it in. It's okay.
Oh, you'll be able to rub it in the summertime because we get
Yeah,
140.
yeah. I'll definitely reconnect and I'll say, hey, guess what? It's 80 degrees. And we scare Americans because we're in metric. So it's actually, we go by 3 degrees Celsius. So when you hear 3 degrees, oh my God, right? But it's really about, 35. And I've got a new book out called Live Life Swift. It's a guide to powerful living, and I do have a company called yourbigventure.com working with youth entrepreneurs to really give them the skill sets and the confidence that they need to grow and expand their business. So I really love that work. In terms of involvement, I think it's just what I mentioned. These past few years have been really challenging, and to a point where it's like you either evolve or you don't. And if you don't, you're not going to be growing. You're not going to be going with the flow. You're not going to hear the messages from God, as in Maury's work, and you're not going to move forward. So we've got to just trust. And I had a conversation over coffee with a friend this morning, where there's people in our lives that that maybe abandon us a bit, or um, they're not there, or they're not there emotionally. And I said, yeah, but maybe they don't have to be. Maybe we need to rely more on God or spirit or the universe, whatever you want to say. And that's where we and ourselves, and really rely on that. So to me, involvement is about moving forward and letting our intuition, our messages, what we learn, what we uncover, what we do, let it be our guide to help us, evolve and unfold as life should. And are we going to do a song? Are we going to dance? I think.
No, I just want to say you do give me goosebumps still here at my neck. And if I do get goosebumps, I put on my hot glasses. We can do the dancing at the end. Oh, wow, David. Thank you so much. My
Thank you.
beautiful David, you are truly inspiration. So, my beautiful ones, let me see if the video is going to play now. Luckily, I did post the video on the Diamond Beauties and also in all in March groups. So you saw your big back here. Didn't have a space for all your wording, but I took the middle part, the most important part, so that I put it in. So let me see, and if it's not working, then I'm truly sorry. But let us see first. It flight because something happened on my side because I'm also the producer of the show. You were all on, and then all of a sudden my screen went troop, troop, and I thought, okay, and then Jose's video plays. So I thought maybe our video is going to play. So the reason why I really want us to play the video because of David's golden nugget. Sales is not rock song. So I'm going to come back to you, my beautiful David. There's a reason for that. So, my beautiful Becky, looking into your business, how did you find, especially with other writers telling their stories, how when they go through the process, how did their lives change forever?
It was very interesting when I first started in the publishing world. Did not know I was starting in the publishing world. I wrote my own book, The Woman I Love, and it became a #1 international. And the comments and the reach out to me was just amazing. How that people were thanking me for having the courage to write my story. And from that, I wrote 2 other books, co-writing with 50 other authors, women authors who were telling their story for the first time. And the names of those books were We Choose to Thrive. And from that, it turned into this amazing business 12 years later. And I look back and I have come in touch with many of those same women from 12 years ago. And it's like when you write your story and you put it out to the world, it kind of like releases you. It sets it free. And I have watched those women go on to start nonprofit organizations, become coaches, to lead in the world in such amazing ways because they no longer let that story, those original stories, define them. And there's a quote that I just absolutely love. It's kind of the first part of the quote. It is better to walk in the light than to dance in darkness. The inner light shines from love, compassion, and faith. If there is light in your heart, there can be no room for darkness in your soul. And what I have discovered with the journey of I kind of call myself a more of a doula for authors, because it's the, you can come and you can write a story and you can give all facts and figures and just keep it very generic, or you can get to the heart and the soul of connecting the hearts of people by the storytelling. And that's one thing that has been with us since the beginning of time. But what I've seen happen is, you go to a restaurant and you see families around their table and they're not speaking with each other. They're all on their devices and they're not paying attention. And I say the storytelling cannot be lost. And take this time to put your stories out to the world and show people that there's a way to overcome. You can unite for a cause. There's a way to overcome the grief and the pains of things that have maybe happened in the past. It can be a way to shine a light, really, for others that don't know that there's a better way and they think they're all alone. So there's
Yes.
a beautiful, there's what's in our world is amazing as far as the love and support that we can gain by standing up for ourselves.
I love it. So, my beautiful David, I'm going to show a comment, but you will have to lift up a little bit because the screen doesn't lift up. So, and Jeno, thank you for being here, my beautiful one. If it's a long one, David, I will not put it there in front of your face, but I just wanted to show everyone it does come through, because that was also at the stage not coming through. Thank you, my beautiful Becky. I loved it. Can you please tell us what is your golden nugget?
My golden nugget is stand in your truth, walk in your light, and be the light that others need so that they know that they can move on.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, my beautiful Becky. Maureen, I'm going to ask the same question for you, but regarding your the Marie Renee show, when your guest comes and they come and tell their story, does their lives also change? And how could you see it portrayed on screen in front of you?
It's really been amazing. People that have read the book and used the tools in the book to apply to their business come on and share their journey of how it's changed, how it's positively impacted their business, their life, the people around them. And there are times when I have no idea what they're going to tell me, until they get on the show. And there have been many times I've had to fight back the tears because it's been so overwhelming on how their business and their life changed because they started to glorify God with their business, and they started to make these different changes as knowing that He owns it rather than them, and they're just stewarding it. And learning how to, like Becky was talking about, bringing light, how to bring the light through your business. Mine is mainly about the marketplace, because the marketplace is huge, and statistically speaking, business owners do come in contact with more people than a non-business owner, and they have the opportunity to shine the light of Jesus to many, many, many people. And if it's in your business and it's shining out, they're walking into a light instead of a dark place. And it makes a difference on how they treat their customers, how their customers respond to them, just everything. And it just makes the world a better place. So yeah, the people that come on, their journeys have been just empowering and enlightening and exciting, because it means that my obedience to God is really doing something. It's been painful for the last few years, everything that I've been through, but when I see something positive happen in someone's life or business, it makes all the hard work pay off. It makes it worth it.
Wow, amazing. So when I come next time around, I would love to find out about your book, and also what what services you are giving to the world, because you said you've got the tool, and when people use that, there's a change. So I will do that when I come back around the next time. But can you please tell us, what is your golden nugget? I love your golden nugget.
Oh my, I have so many, but my favorite one actually is journaling. If I could get the whole world to journal, not just their personal journey, but their business journey, because for a couple of reasons. Well, there's a lot of reasons, but I'll pull two. One of them is that sometimes in life we feel stuck and we think, wow, we just haven't gotten as far as we need to. We're not where we want to be. But we could go back into our journal maybe a month or 6 months or even a couple of years and see how far we really have come and realize that we have come a long, long way, but it just doesn't feel like it because it seemed very slow. You also can go back and see where God has performed miracles that you forgot about, the little things here and there. And that's always uplifting because you see what he's done for you in the past and he'll do it again. So seeing the things that have happened. And then one last one real quick is that if you aren't further than you were 6 months ago, then you should go through and find out why. Read all the things that you have been recording and say, well, why am I stuck? There's something that's not quite right. But more often than not, people find that they are much further than they were. It just maybe looks a little different, or they just haven't seen it because it seems slow. So those are my golden nuggets for the day. And I really hope that it helps someone out there that maybe either hasn't been journaling and is going to start now, or someone who has, but they didn't use their journal in a way that would empower them and make their life better.
Wow, I love that. A part of my journaling, and what I also let other people know, is gratitude. I start my day with gratitude in the morning. During the day, I send God lots of thank you, because I experience 100 miracles every month. And then by the end of day, my journal, and I've got an amazing, beautiful journal. I was actually busy with it just before. Beautiful horses, and there's a lock and key. Let me just take my paper out, lock and key when I'm finished. And I also love to use stickers, and there was a bird feather that the bird came through the chimney, and I just I put beautiful stickers in, and just write every day, and having gratitude. Gratitude is one of the big things for journaling. So thank you for that, my beautiful Marie. Thank you for telling us. I really appreciate it. So, my beautiful David, I love your golden nugget. Sales, but I have to get this attitude. Can look at my attitude. Sales is not a rock star. Please tell us about that. And please tell us a little bit of your story, please.
Okay, before I start, I just got to share for the men watching that it's okay. I journal too. So I do the
Yay!
and I journal feelings, and then I set my intentions for the day. So for
Thank
you
you.
men kind of thinking, journaling is
Now,
like such a woman's thing. It's not, believe me. And it's a
can I ask
beautiful
you
start.
something
Hmm.
before you move on? Because you said you write down your feeling. Because I do speak, I have now, last week, I've spoken to my 400th person on a coffee chat.
Yeah.
It's 18 months, and 2 weeks later, I've talked to 400 people. And we had a dance together. And a lot of gentlemen say, but they really cannot tap in their feelings. And you just showed your intention for the day and the feeling. Is there maybe something that you can bestow on the gentleman regarding how can they start to feel, and write that down, please, my beautiful
Oh
David?
man. If you don't start feeling, you internalize it, and that's where like illness starts and disease starts. And just own your feelings. Like one thing I've found this past year has been super challenging in terms of my business, but as Marie has talked about, these challenges are to me nudges from God to go, No, we want you over here. So keep going. Because if you're going back there, I equate it to like, when the Jews left slavery in Egypt, no, you're not going back. You're going to the promised land, but we're going to be in the wilderness for about 40 years. Yeah. So I think if we're not in touch with our feelings, we're going to bottle them up, and it's going to just really hurt us in many ways, physically, emotionally.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll get mad at somebody. So just journal them out. It's okay. Just let it out. Yeah,
Wow,
it's really empowering.
Beautiful.
amazing. Thank you so much, my beautiful David. Can you tell us about your golden nugget and then a little bit of your story, please?
So I teach a lot of entrepreneurs. I've been a coach and trainer since early 2000s, and I've taught like literally thousands of people. And one of my top courses, I've developed a lot of learning programs, but one of my top ones is sales, and I teach sales in a nice way, in a consultative approach, one that really focuses on relationship and trust and first, and then you've earned the right, hopefully after that, to talk business. And so, in teaching sales, it's whenever I ask, I go, "How many of you like sales?" And in the classroom or even on Zoom calls these days, and we get maybe the odd one. There's always that one, funny person in the back going, "Oh, I do," but that's about it, because the rest of the class hates it. They don't like cold calling. They don't like yeah, risking and meeting new people, and they don't even know how to sell. So the idea of it's sales, it's not rocket science. It's really about having good conversations and building that trust and relationship first, and then you get to the sales process. And if you work, I teach the 7-step sales process, and if you work it, it's easy. It's easy. It just comes. So you got to get over that fear. It's sales. It's not rocket science. Yeah.
I even said rock star now. Sorry, it's not rocket science. You are so right. And also, my beautiful David, when you're teaching, do you also see how people internalize and then how changed they are?
Yes. And I love that. Right. And, I always take pride, that I'm able to affect lives in a positive way and teach. And it really is an honor to do this kind of work. And yeah, it's really an honor.
Wow. And thank you, my beautiful David, for telling us about your journaling as well as your feelings. I salute you. Thank you so much. My beautiful Becky, can you please tell us how many books have completed, written, and is bestsellers? And I know that you have done so many for others, but I wanted to find out about your books that you have done.
Well, I chuckle at myself because my first book was my very first one, and I have uh, been so busy helping others, I haven't really finished my second one, other than the We Choose Thrive one. My second book, the first one is The Woman I Love. The second one is A Tapestry of Wisdom. And it's from all the things that I have learned over these last bunch of years and working with others, because the wisdom that they bring forth, I benefit probably firsthand, being able to work along the way. I have been in many books that have been kind of a compilation of books. The latest one was for a book called Divine Amazing Woman, Divine Legacy. And I just came back from Los Angeles from an amazing book signing party with that. And my chapter was Let Your Soul Shine. And, learning to let um, if we learn to let our soul shine, that inner magic and world of possibilities comes forth. And so it's a journey. It's from not only from the journaling, it's from really taking time to appreciate what is around us. It's from allowing ourselves to grow and not stay in the same spot, allowing ourselves to just reach out and soak in the goodness in the world around us and from those that are leading, and also to trust in our own inner true inner guidance that comes from above. So,
I love I'm so sorry. I thought you were going to tell us that you've got lots of books because I didn't ask before the time.
I laugh at myself because I keep saying I'm going to get this one written, and then I get really because when I work with my authors, it's like my whole everything becomes involved in that and making sure it's successful. Then when I sit down to write, my brain goes, I can't write anything right now. But it's a journey, and I have started this next one, and I'm loving how it's coming together. So over the 12 years, I promised myself every year, and this year it's going to be one.
Oh, that's amazing. And can I just tell you, when you showed me the other day your book cover for that old,
This
I
one,
don't know, the fantasy one, I was like, oh, look at that.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
yeah,
I said,
Mhm.
isn't that beautiful with the, well,
it
it
came
looks like a
around. Let me see
peacock.
if I can turn it the other way. Yeah, Divine Legacy. Wait, there. Divine Legacy.
Oh,
Whoop.
isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
And then remember that other one that you just, the book is not out yet, but the one with the crown and
Oh,
the
yeah.
fantasy one. Oh,
I
I
don't
tell
have
you, when I saw that, I
it.
was like, my spit was almost coming out of my mouth because I didn't close it. I was like this. It was so beautiful.
So often the authors will come to me with an idea and they'll kind of play around with it, and I'll look at it and go, oh no. And then I just get capture the idea of what they're looking for, and then I'm able to create something that they're just incredibly proud of. I wish I could share my screen to show how beautiful that one. Um, I don't have it sitting next to my desk, otherwise I would show that one. It is exquisite. Yeah.
That one is the most beautiful picture image that I ever saw. But I just wanted to say thank you. Maybe the Diamond Beauties will ask you to post it in the Diamond Beauties. But I think they must wait for the book to come out and then they can maybe purchase the book. What do you think, Becky?
Mhm.
I think say that again.
Maybe we can, if they want to see that beautiful image, they can wait for the book to come out and then they can purchase the book with that beautiful image.
That's true. Yes. Beautiful. Yeah.
Wow, thank you. Thank you. So, my beautiful Maureen, can you please tell us about your book? And also, I know that there will probably be a lot of people that have given you reviews on that. But if you can enlighten us a little bit about your book, please.
Sure. My book is a testimony. Well, the book itself, the words in it. Let's see, how do I say this? I was on top of the world. I was semi-retired. Life was great, healthy, wealthy, all of it. And then one day, my life pretty much turned upside down. And you know how they say that God works in your weakest moments, and He certainly did. He told me I was going to write a book because I asked him. I said, "Why am I here?" Because I had almost died. Not just bad things happened, but I literally was dying in the hospital. And when I got out and was recovered, I asked him, I said, well, you didn't take me home, so there must be a purpose for me here, and what would that be? And he gave me the title of this book. And I was kind of scared because even though I had great business skills that he gave me, and I tried to run my business in a godly way, that was exciting. But I'm not a pastor. I didn't go to seminary school, so I kind of freaked out because God's in the title, right? And I went and asked pastors and people to help me and nothing. So one day I sat down at the laptop and just typed in the title and said, okay, God, now what? And it was the way I would describe it in today's terms as Holy Spirit download. He just gave me so much. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so big on the journaling thing, because he pulled out memories of miracles that he performed for me in my businesses that I had forgotten because I didn't journal. And the book is mainly, it explains why God owns your business, how to integrate faith into your business practices, how to use the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit as your team, how to have more joy and do what your calling is and less stress, how to disciple with your business, which is and glorify God with your business. It's very multifaceted. There's quite a lot in there. But what I love about my personal story is just that he took me at my absolute worst time in life, and he made good out of it. He had me do something for him, which is great. It was scary at first, but he walked me through it. Speaking of Moses, David, earlier you were talking about Moses. Well, remember when he first said, "I can't do this, God. This isn't." And God said, "But I am." And I did the same thing. I'm like, I can't do this because I'm not good enough. I'm not qualified. But he did it through me. He just used me as a vessel, which was exciting, and I'm grateful that he did that. But it just shows that he will use us in dark moments, and with his light will shine, which is what Becky talks about. It's so cool, that the three of us here, we don't know each other, but we're all about shining a light in the darkness, and helping people, and doing God's work and everything. And I absolutely love, say you could not have put a better panel together. I think there's the three of us together. I think this is amazing, and I thank you for that. And a lot of times I get people looking for me. They'll search me out on LinkedIn or what have you and say, thank you so much for writing this book because it changed so much for me. And it was so amazing and everything. And I'm like, no, don't thank me. Thank God, because he used me to do that. I don't take the credit and glory for it. I mean, it's exciting that I'm a part of it. But the fact that he used little old me in a really bad part of my life to do something good for others, that's like my biggest thing. Just never ever give up. God will always get you through it. Just sometimes it's a little quicker than others. Sometimes things don't go as fast as we want. It's in his timing, but he really does if you have faith. And that's about it.
I could just say to you, if you say little on me, you mustn't do that, because God knew you were so big that he could bestow this amazing task on you. And if it was not for you that have listened to God, because you could have just have left it and didn't do it, and you
True.
did it. And I must just say, my beautiful one, David and you were already selected more than 5 months ago, because of what David have told me, what you have told me. There was another lady that was supposed to come. She could not because she went on training. And Becky, I think I phoned you about 2 months ago to ask if you can join this particular group. So before I start with any group, and you will see most of my things is well in advance because I'm fully booked till August already. But I pray to God and say, who is the right people for this show? For this, he gave me all my things June last year already for this year. So June on my birthday, the 20th, I will be working out my themes for 2025. So I don't know what he's giving me. I just type it in and then we go. And then he will help me put in the right people. So I selected David and Marie for you for this show. And when the lady let me know she can't make it, I asked God, who will be the best fit for my beautiful Marie and David? And I got Becky, your beautiful smile and your face came. I just added, you said, yes, you are free. And look how amazing. But that is how God is
How he works.
bestowing 100 miracles every month. And like me, if I didn't ask and I didn't see backing, I would have known that to bring Becky in. So, and that's David said to me, Sanet, I maybe cannot make it. I said, then please do a video, because I didn't want to tell him you were selected by God for this show. So I am truly blessed, David, that you are here. Thank you, Marie. Your story is so beautiful. I think sometimes people think that what God have bestowed on them is so big they don't even know where to start. But like you said, you just sit in front of the computer, the laptop, you type in the title, and then it started. So you took that first step. So sometimes we just need to take the first step. Don't worry about the how. I always say God is the biggest, greatest conductor. He will get the whole orchestra to play on how. We just need to make sure that we play when we're supposed to play. But thank you. Your story is so beautiful. Thank you, my beautiful Maureen. My beautiful David, can you please add on to your story? Because I know that you said you were not too sure. You worked very long in the department for the training, and then all of a sudden you were not there anymore. And then you just also, how did you get about to do what you are doing currently?
I'm going to borrow a page from Marie, and Becky's inspiring me too. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of my work is with government organizations, nonprofits, and in the area of economic development. And over the past year, I've noticed a pretty alarming trend, and that's lack of budgets, really a lack of integrity in terms of being replying to prospecting calls or seeing if there's opportunity to work together. And I'm going, this isn't working. All of a sudden, it's like this field that I kind of, toiled in for so many years is just not working. And so, really, about 2 years ago, after reading a book called Launch by Jeff Walker, it was like, oh my God, um, I've seen the light. This is it. So I've been moving into a new territory with my business, and that's really taking an inventory of what I do and what I've got and what I've been doing, for my teaching and coaching career. And it's about taking that and then, putting it all together and offering it to young entrepreneurs who are just starting out. And I teach with several agencies, nonprofit agencies, who have training programs for young entrepreneurs. As a matter of fact, on Wednesday, I'm teaching a high school entrepreneurship program, and or a class. And so I've decided to take all of that and really distill it down and put it and package it. So there's four elements. There's going to be a radio show coming up, which is going to be geared to young entrepreneurs 19 to 35. Then there's a membership site where we're going to offer content and training and community, called Your Big Venture Zone, for the same group, 19 to 35-year-olds. The book I've just written and came out with, or co-wrote with my colleague Danny DiPrizio. It's called Live Life Swift, and like Marie, that Swift idea is a methodology for living that was downloaded from Spirit about 20 years ago. And it's now that I'm, making it happen, turning it into a book, and we've got a training program around it, and we're going to self-publish, in the next few weeks. So, it's just like it's all there now. It's like, okay, leave the past behind and just go total 100% in this work with to help inspire and ignite youth entrepreneurs, because it's been really tough for them. You hear of suicide rates going up, and just what do we do? How do we do it? And they're not being taught the skills to go and develop relationships and business. They're on their phones, they're on their gadgets. No, put those away and go connect with people. Go develop relationships. Go connect in nature. Go be with people and have conversations, because that's the key to success. Yeah. So
I
what a
love
great
that.
work.
And I love that you also let the youth connect with nature, because there's a lot of the children are walking around on the beach with their phones. I mean,
Mhm.
when I was in New Zealand, they are walking around with there's a lot of stuff going on now. Leave the phones. Leave the phones. I love that. I love that. Thank you, David. So,
Yeah.
David, do you also, when you do tell them to do nature, do you tell them what to look out for, because a lot of them, because they're not used to observe, and you need actually in fact to give them a task to say how many birds are you, different birds are you seeing, are you doing something like that, as well as when you tell them to do connect with other people, do you give them steps that will make them it easy for, okay.
Yeah, the nature not yet. I haven't really taught anything on that yet, but yeah, it'll be there. Yeah, and then there are steps.
Okay. Yes, I think that will help them quite a lot, because they're not, like I said to somebody the other day, use your imagination. Uh, okay, but how? I said, okay, first of all, I want to know, he is 22. How many books did you read as a youngster? I don't like reading. Yeah.
Audiobook.
So, so, yeah,
Audiobook.
yeah, I didn't even ask about the audiobook. I was like, oh, okay, that's why you don't have an imagination. I have a big imagination. I'm still reading a lot, so much. So thank you so much, my beautiful David. So, my beautiful ladies and David, we are almost finished with this show. I can actually not believe our show was like flying away. But we do have about 4 minutes before I'm going to ask you if you would love to have a dance with me. And then we will ask the audience if they would love to dance with us as well. So, my beautiful Becky, can you please, every Diamond Beauty wants to know what is the forever song. Can you please tell them what is your forever song?
My forever amazing song is "My Life Will Go On" by Celine Dion. Yeah, it's
And,
just makes it'll make you cry. It'll make you joyful because of the depth of and richness that's in that song.
yes, I remember when we had to dance, it was like,
So
it was so beautiful. Oh, it was so beautiful. Thank you, my beautiful Becky. My beautiful Marie, what is your forever song?
Well, it's not a deep one, but it's my heart, and it's actually it's by a band by the name of Heart, and it's called Dog and Butterfly, and it's been ever since
Oh,
it came out when I was a teenager. And I've always been so in love with and fascinated with dogs and butterflies. And even my logo for my business has butterflies in it. And it's such a beautiful song. It just has meaning in my heart. But it's not, it's not like a deep, meaningful thing. It's a fun, forever song.
No, but it's beautiful. The first time I heard it, it was beautiful. And I must just let the audience know, the first time Maureen came on screen, I was already sitting, and she said, "Oh, Sanet, I love your butterfly at the back."
And I've been thinking about that the whole time I've been sitting here looking at your butterfly going, I just love it.
Well, I actually have now two canvases. I've got the green screen at the back, but I do have this canvas, and I do have one for the soul diamond with the moon and water. But
oh
then
my.
I also, yes, I do have a full moon special every month on a summit. So then I just stand on something and flip the one over the other one. So it actually works very beautiful. But I remember I was like, Sanet, I love your butterfly. And then you showed me all your butterflies. So for me, my beautiful viewers, if you don't know, I turned into a butterfly. I lost 75 kilogram for David, and for the ladies, 165 pounds. And I was I turned into a butterfly, and I always love monarch butterfly. I always used to see it a lot. I almost see every day a butterfly. Even if I sit in house, then the butterfly I will see there's butterfly in my garden next to me. So I'm truly blessed to have the butterfly. My beautiful David, what is your forever song?
Well, I'm just happy Marie didn't choose Barracuda by Heart as her song. That would have been a whole different experience. But I have two. One's a rock song. It's by a Canadian band called Trooper, and it's called "Raise a Little Hell." But if you blah, blah, if you listen to the lyrics, it's like, oh yeah, I get it. It's amazing. But my real go-to is "Here's to Life" by Shirley Horn.
Yes. You please, ladies, if you can listen to that one as well. I love it. I love it. It was so beautiful. And
Yeah.
David, can you remember when I asked you, David, will you have a dance with me? You said, sure, okay. And I said, yeah, and he said, okay. And he put his, a lot of people don't stand up, and he stand up and he said to me, okay. And he was the only man till today that I've wanted, to do. And we both put our hands up and we were
Yeah.
dancing like this. It was the most beautiful. I actually get goosebumps, David. I remember how you danced with me. That was amazing. I do get a few people that don't want to do the dancing, and then I will say, can you do some, just move with me? So I had three people that didn't want to even move with me. And then and then God prompted me to keep on asking this guy. And I said, but why? I talked to him and he said, but he's not a dancer. And I said, but can I just ask you, can you close your eyes and just hear the music and then just go one side to the other side? And he started to do that, and I stopped the music. I said to him, will you please stand for me? Because God keeps on telling me I need to, and I didn't, I just trust Marie, I just do it. And I stopped the music. I said, can you stand and do the same thing you just do now? And he said, yes. And then I planned, I said to God, I don't know what must I still do, but please, tell me. And I didn't get any answer. And then this gentleman started to cry. And then he started to move his whole body, and he put his hands in the air. And that day was for me beautiful, because he actually changed his life by just moving to the song. And it was Oceans, I think. It was a Christian song he gave me. And he just moved with the song. It was truly a blessing. I cried, he cried. It was beautiful. So, my beautiful guests, will you have a dance with me? Oh, yes. My beautiful audience and my beautiful diamond beauties and Tanzanite heroes, will you have a dance with us? They said yes. They said yes. Yay! Here we go.
Walking on sunshine or dancing in the rain. Sprinkle me with fairy dust so I can fly away. Smiling at a moonbeam or squinting in the sun. Sprinkle me with fairy dust and cover me with
Marie,
love. From butterflies to eagles, oh, there's magic in that light.
bye bye, everyone.
Sprinkle me